Alright, my friends, a little bit of information now and a very quick video just to tell you exactly how to do your own orange peel candied. Okay? When I first came into this country, being Sicilian and being a pastry chef, I was after some good quality, reasonably large, chunky pieces of candied orange, and all I could find was that. Really, there's nothing wrong with that, but it really doesn't perform. You know, it's dry, it's small, it's got no soul. Back home, I was used to something a little bit more different, something a bit more like that. To give you an example, this is my own, the one that I make, and the one that I will show you how to make. Really, now how different that is, you know, and how much more you can do. Just by looking at it, immediately ideas spring up, and even if you eat it like that, or you cover it in chocolate, whatever you feel like doing, ideas just come along. It's really very quick to produce. I will show you. There are systems which take days. I will show you a system which, in fact, with one afternoon will work. Not even that is all done. Okay. Of course, we're gonna do 4 oranges. You chop the top, trying to keep as much of the white as possible, to the extent that if you really want to keep a little bit of the meat, that's fine. It will disappear in the cooking and candying process. All right. And then you just take out the nice white and orange peel. Okay. All we got now is the skins. All right. And as it is, we put them into a pot with water, just enough water to sort of cover up the skins, really. And we put it onto the fire. Okay, so they're now in the water. Start with cold water. That's extremely important. Okay, and it has to start boiling. This is the first boiling. You will have to go through 2 times the boiling process. So what we're going to do, we're going to boil it once, and once it reaches the boil, we're going to let it boil for about 5 minutes or something like that. Then we will change the water, drain it and change the water, repeat the operation a second time. Okay, and then I will show you what to do. So I see you in about 10 to 15 minutes. Of course, my friends, you got the peel, beautiful and everything, but you're left with the actual orange itself. What you're going to do with that, short of eating it as it is, which by all means do, it's very nice, or squeezing it and again drink it, and it's beautiful. But in fact, oranges can be used, and they are used very widely in pastry work. I myself, for instance, today, after having that, because I've done quite a lot, I've got a panettone to do shortly, so I've done something like 5 kilos of orange peel today. I've decided to sort of use a great part of it into the construction of 2 beautiful orange and forest fruits and almond Sicilian cake. I can assure you it's beautiful. It's very easy to prepare, and this will be actually on very shortly one of my next videos, because I really want you to learn how to make this. It's such a refreshing cake. It's lovely. As you can see, it oozes juices, and this way you are actually using your oranges. Okay. As you can see, they are now boiling. This is the first boil. Huh? We're going to let them sort of roll in boil for about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so this is the first cooking procedure, if you like. First boil is gone. We drain it completely, fill it with cold, and we are ready to repeat the operation the second time. Basically, what we want to try and achieve here, and in fact we will achieve it, mind you, this is very much my system. A lot of people use a much longer process whereby the orange is put into cold water and then left to stay for days on end. I don't like it, it's too long. I can achieve exactly the same thing really by doing this. But why is it that I'm boiling it twice? Well, I'm boiling it because I want the bitter part of the orange to almost go, but not all of it, because it's quite nice, the bitter of the orange with the orange and then the sugar of the candied process. It's a tremendous combination. So we want to take out a little bit of the bitterness, but not too much. And I've discovered that by giving it 2 boils and cooking it for about 5 minutes each time, somehow we reach, if not the perfect, certainly a very, very good combination. Alright guys, the second boil is now finished. What you want to look for is when you look at the skin of the orange and the white bits, the white has to be sort of has to have lost all its whiteness, and it's now kind of almost transparent, as you can see, and it's got a lovely sort of almost uniform color along with the skin. Okay, so this is what you want. All right, now we're going to drain it, and we start now with the third part of the process, which is the final, the candy process, if you like. Yeah? Okay, good. Oh, we should put it. It smells fantastic. Okay, now that goes in there. And if you come with me, now we got the sugar in there. It's about 400 grams of sugar. We got the water, 200 grams. So really, what does that tell you? It tells you that the amount of sugar and water is according to naturally to the amount of skins, orange skins that you have. But it is always, the ratio is always the same, which is basically 1 part of sugar, and to that 1 part of sugar, half of it then has to be water. So in this case it's 400 grams sugar and 200 grams of water. Remember, grams, not milligrams, not milliliters, but weigh the water as well. So let's get it to the boil. Yeah, basically what I'm saying is that you can do 800 sugar or 400 and 400 water, and so on and so forth. You just half the sugar, and that will be your water content. And really, that's all there is to it. Now we need to bring it to the boil in the pastry work sort of way of calling it. We're gonna take the sugar to the bowl. Now, to the bowl, it means that when it falls out of the spoon, before it leaves the spoon, it has to create a ball. I will show you as soon as we got that to the bowl moment, all right? Because at that moment, then you will then reduce the heat and just try and keep it to the bowl moment, all right? Which is really easily done, because all you got to do is just reduce the heat a little bit, okay? And that will candy your orange skin, all right? All right, guys, so now it has been boiling for the best part of 10 to 15 minutes. The last bit will be a ball. Look, if you see that, okay, there you go, that's it, that moment there. And there you go, I'll do it again, there you go. And you get the ball right now. There you are, look at that, it's fantastic. Now it's more or less to the level of sort of a sugar coat that we need. We're going to reduce a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. We're going to let it cook now for about 30, 35, 40 minutes, or something like that. And I will show you really what it has to look like, okay? So I'll see you in about 35, 40 minutes. Alright guys, so about an hour is gone by. It's got to look like this, basically. Again, that famous transparent. But this time more like a spongy one, because the sugar has acted to the white column of the orange, alright? Now, they're actually ready. All we're going to do is now, of course, switch off the fire and transfer the whole thing. Be very, very careful, because here we're talking about very, very hot ingredients. We're going to transfer it onto a dish. It up with a lovely syrup, which will not crystallize, and it will perform the job beautifully. Now, what to do with the syrup, because you don't want to use the whole of the syrup for flavoring cakes. Use it a little bit like an orange water, really. or like a honey, you know, if you want to add a nice bit of honey to the cake, but you want that orange flavor, then you can use the syrup, and it stays really indefinitely. Just keep it in the fridge. It won't crystallize, I can promise you that, because of the right amount of ratio that you got in there. Okay, so we're gonna leave it in here. We're gonna leave it overnight to cool down, and the next day, pronto, they're ready to be used. Thank you very much.